I've called this episode Road or Path to 1,000 Kedians and Arc Heart to Heart. So I think that the last live stream came out really well when it was just you and me talking to each other and having kind of a beautiful little heart to heart episode. And so we're going to enjoy these as they last. And I'm going to turn the volume down a little bit for me so I can focus on what I'm saying for you guys. So I'm gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep having heart to hearts as we go on. And in this episode, in today's live stream, what we're gonna do is we're going to actually make our first building in our Keden, our first building in the YKDI server together, like our first serious build. So my plan is this entire time we have been looking to build a chess shop. You know, we need to have a storage center. And so that's exactly what we're going to focus on today. We're going to build a storage center. And I have an idea for how we're going to do it and what I want it to look like. So we're going to focus on that. Alongside that, we have 2 to 3 main topics that I want to go over during this live stream. One of them is we hit 200 subscribers. We hit 200 subscribers. Okay, so it may not seem like a lot, and honestly, it's not the first time this channel has actually hit 200 subscribers. 2 years ago, we also had that, but this is the first time YKDI has actually hit 200 subscribers. We actually started uploading videos for YKDI and the channel just, 2.5, 3 weeks ago now, and so thank you guys so much. Thank you. We're still early on. It's still very, very early on, but now we're going to be talking about our road to 1,000 Kedians. So our next milestone is of course 500, but the main goal is to reach 1,000. I think we can reach it in a month if I just work really, really hard for you guys. If I take the time to do these live streams, if I get some uploads going, if I take snippets from the wisdom that I can share in these videos and make them into videos and TikToks every single day, I think we can hit 1,000 in 30 days. What do you guys think? Tell me in the chat, tell me in the comments. I know this isn't our usual stream time, but if you are here, go ahead and leave me some information. Demonica, thank you so much. I want to give a shout out to Demonica, guys. If you're like, every person that creates content, period, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, they get fortunate enough to find viewers, to find an audience that truly supports them and goes beyond the normal. They don't just view the content, they comment, they're active. And Demonica, she has released today 2 TikToks for the YKDI channel through her TikTok username. So Demonica, thank you so much. You have no idea what that means to me, that you have that much support for what we're doing here. And I mean, I was bragging about it earlier today about how you did that for us and how good it felt to have someone like you around. So thank you. Honestly, you have no idea what that means to me. I don't think any of you have any idea how much that helps me, like how good that feels. I don't care if it has like 6, 7 views. I don't care. The fact that you took time out of your day to do that means so much to me. Thank you so much, Demonica. So shout out to Demonica, guys. There's a reason she's a moderator on the channel, and she will stay that way. So happy to have you on board the YKDI experience. So guys, we're gonna be working at this, okay? We're gonna work really hard at this. If I work hard enough and I deserve it, then we'll reach 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 Kedians. Oh my god, the idea of 1,000 Kedians is just crazy to me. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if we ever got 1,000 Kedians? That's just it's crazy, right? I can't imagine having 1,000 of you guys out there. Demonica says, no problem. All my friends subbed, and I'm always here to help. Demonica, thank you so much. I can't wait because you know what, Demonica? You're the flagship subscriber. You're the first one of those true fans, you know, those really deep to their core fans. And I'm so thankful for you, because you're going to be leading the group of people who are the core YKDI fans. And this is going to bring a lot of value to a lot of people, this series. But there's going to be a handful of people every 100 or so subscribers that get real serious value from what we're doing here. And for those of you out there that are those people, thank you. Thank you so much, because I know that I'm providing you with something, but you have no idea what you're doing for me when you do that. Like, you just validate all this hard work and effort and thought, and that I can actually bring value to people's lives, which is all I want to do. So thank you so much, honestly. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. So that stuff is very, very important to me. So one of the topics, as I said, is the road to 1,000 Kedians. Our path, our one and only path to 1,000 Kedians. It will only happen once, so let's do it right. Am I right? Let's do it right. Let's have some good content coming out. Let's get some TikToks. Let's do it right. I want to make sure that you guys get a fair experience. I don't want you guys to... I don't want subscribers who just subscribe, right? That sucks. I want to create something amazing and deserve you guys. That's what'll make it feel good. So I hope I do that. Genuinely hope I do that. So please, if you're watching this in the future, tell me if I'm doing that. Please. It means a lot to me that I do it right. So, let's put that armor back on. The next two topics in this video are going to be, number one, your relationships. Okay, our relationships in life, and how they've been, kind of analyzing why they've been how they've been and what that means. And the second one is one of the most important lessons I've learned in my whole life: taking responsibility. Taking responsibility. So we're going to be talking about these things throughout this stream. We have three main topics, and we're going to be alternating between them, I'm sure, while building a brand new storage center for ARC. So one last thing I want to do before we get really deep into the stream is I want to send a shout out to Leo. Of course, he is the ARC nemesis, and we are in war with him at the moment. However, Leo is my Swedish brother, and I am going to quickly say, if for whatever reason you wish to see his point of view, in the description of this stream and forever onwards, there is a link to a playlist. He is now recording his perspective on an Eden and what he's building and planning and plotting and how he's going to destroy us here in ARC. So go and check out his videos. He has about 120 subscribers. Leo is working with some really, really junky computer, and he is still managing to create some really great content even with that. So go reach out to his stuff, give it some support. It's a lot of fun. It's a quirky vibe and a medieval vibe, and I love it. So if you're into that, go and check it out, please. Link in the description. So with that said, guys, here's my plan. We're going to gather some materials. I need sand to make glass. I need wood logs. It could be spruce or oak. I think I want to do spruce because we have a lot over there. And we're going to build an half underground, half above ground storage unit, storage room, storage building, whatever we want to call it. You guys can name it if you wish, if I don't come up with a name during the stream. I have a vision, and we're going to see what we can do about that. There's our gauge tree, our Johnny Appleseed tree in the sunlight. Thank you guys for the messages of support on that one. For those of you that sent me anything, it means a lot. And we're just gonna keep living life, enjoying it, being thankful for the people and the things that we get. And I hope that the music that we've now added to the streams adds that kind of atmosphere. What we're going to go for is inspirational / calming music. If it gets too loud or is irritating to you guys, please tell me and we will fix it as we go. But I'm looking for kind of a good balance. And hopefully I bring that to you guys throughout these streams. So we got the best of our best stuff back, and we also, as you may have seen, found Samuel. So Samuel's back. He's doing good. I had to backtrack the stream and find where we left him, but I was able to do so, and I found him. So he's doing good. He's back in Ark, safe and sound. No friends lost today. So we're gonna start with getting some wood and talking about my visions for the 1,000 Kedians and what I'm going to produce in order to get there for you guys. And while we're doing that, we're gonna collect these logs out here a little bit further away from Ark, so we don't create too much of a pocket in our forest. So hopefully that sounds good to you guys. Hopefully that sounds good. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's the vision. Here's how I'm gonna work for you guys. We're gonna keep doing these live streams because, man, are they fun, and I hope that you guys are enjoying them. Hope it's bringing some good vibes to your life beyond anything, and I hope it's making you guys think. I really want you guys to think about how things are going, how your life is moving, your decisions, what you're getting out of your day and out of your time, and just kind of all of that. You know, this is important stuff to think about, and sometimes we go on autopilot and we don't really think about those things. So I hope you're getting that out of these experiences and these streams. So with Keaton, with our Keaton, with Ark, with YKDI, with the SMP, we just hit 200 subscribers, and the plan now is to reach 1,000. We're going to reach 500 before that, obviously, and I'm going to be sending out some celebration TikToks and tweets for sure when we hit that. But if we can get to 1,000 in 30 to 45 days, preferably before Halloween, I won't know what to do with myself, honestly. I will give you guys kind of a question to give comments on what you would like to see for a 1,000 Kedian special. I am interested to see what you guys vote for, honestly. So if you're watching this video, I'm going to keep bringing it up in future videos. Give me suggestions for what we should do when we get to 1,000 Kedians. Should I build something in YKDI? Should I add a plugin? Should I try a different game for a video? Should I do a challenge? Should I do like a dream challenge? Should we try a manhunt or something? I don't know. You guys let me know. Let me know what I should do when we reach 1,000 Kedians. I want it to be for you guys and your choice. So we're going to keep that up. The next thing is these streams are basically every day, every other day almost. I skip a day every now and then. Like yesterday, I had someone visiting, and he's actually a YouTuber, and we were coming up with plans for our different channels. So I told you guys about him in last stream. His name is Garen. His link is in my channel, and he's a financial YouTuber. He's a really, really good guy. And my plan is to, in the future, do more work with him through the life coaching company that I'm building and everything. But aside from missing the occasional day, the plan is to put a lot of effort every day into this channel, either through live streams or through uploaded videos. So tell me what you guys think as well if you get the chance. More uploaded videos that are heavily edited. They take a lot more time, but they're definitely worth it to me. Or more streams, so I can prioritize my time. And if I do pick more streams, what can I add to the streams to increase the quality of them for you guys? What would you like to see? The next thing is TikTok. Guys, I don't know, whatever your opinions are on TikTok, we have to say this. TikTok is the best and fastest growing social media app out there right now. In my opinion, it is the best social media app I've ever been on. I love it. and I've never enjoyed social media at all. I deleted Facebook years ago. I've had a Twitter for a long time, but I think it's kind of toxic, the environment in Twitter. I've never really been into Instagram at all. I've never really been interested in these social media websites, and a lot of the issue with me not feeling that way, or me feeling that way, has caused us not to grow that much, because the only way you can be found in YouTube and on the internet is if you're publicizing yourself to people and you're good at social media, let's be honest, or you accidentally get in close with someone who's already found success and has a community. And so since I haven't done those things, nobody really knows that we exist. And it doesn't matter how good my content is, it doesn't matter, what I do or how much I do. If nobody knows I exist, nobody will be able to find it and watch it. And so TikTok is, I think, going to be a really big deal for our channel, because I enjoy it. I like editing the videos. I like using the app. I like the community. So we're going to try and build a YKDI SMP TikTok presence. There's going to be a lot of unique content going up on that TikTok channel. And if you don't already follow it, I encourage you to, if you really want to see extra clips and some more YKDI stuff, and if you want to get in close with the TikTok community and connect with them and talk about YKDI with them and stuff like that in the comments on those videos. So just a heads up, we're going to focus on those two routes. Uploads and live streams on the channel, and building our TikTok presence. And we're going to do that up until Halloween and see how much we grow. So let me know what you guys think about that. If you have any suggestions, I really care about what you guys think. This isn't my community. This is our community. It will always be our community. We are the Kedians, and I, need your guys' advice. Honestly, it helps. It really does. Any advice, and everyone has something that they can add. So thank you guys so much for that. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I know we can get to that milestone. I have no idea what it's going to feel like, because I've never even been able to picture 1,000 people all working together for a common goal, and what we'll be able to do as a group. I mean, what we're looking for, guys, as a community, and the reason why YKDI exists, is two things. Number one, YKDI stands for You Can Do It, with a K in the can, because my last name is Canwisher. It is a life coaching business, and the reason that I started a life coaching business is because I want to help people, and I have been inadvertently life coaching for my entire life, and I found that out while I was in Senegal, Africa, and helping people there. And it feels very good to me. When something just feels right. That's how life coaching has felt for me over the past month and a half or so that I've been doing it. I have a few very dedicated and loyal clients that I help with their life, and that we have sessions on a regular basis, and I know that it's a good fit. And so what the YKDI channel was created for was for people that want to help me make people's day. I want us to have a community of people who feel better just by being around each other, who feel uplifted. I want us to eventually help out with a bunch of really solid charities and non-governmental organizations, NGOs, nonprofits around the world that I have found through my world travel. I want us to eventually, as I keep growing, to work on big projects that our generations need to tackle. So my goal has always been climate change and plastic pollution. Hopefully, if we build a big YKDI community, we can start working together to help that. Because guys, we cannot accomplish anything great without working together. You can't accomplish something great alone. And I felt born to help the world. Okay, some of you out there may feel born for something big. I can't be happy in full with my life unless I'm actually helping the human race and the earth and living creatures. That's just, when I say living creatures, I don't mean animals only. I mean plants, animals, microbes, every form of life on this planet. I want to help out in the long run, okay? So if we build a community, we can start making that stuff happen. And that's going to change everything, right? Like that will change, we can literally change the world. There's so many communities out there on the internet, and they hang out, and they have fun, but they don't use that great power of all these people's thoughts and emotions and actions to really change the world. Imagine if we built a community that could actually do that. Imagine the power we would have if 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 500,000, a million people came together, helped each other, lifted each other up, and actually started to change the world. Actually started to do things to help the environment, help other people, help their communities, help everything, right? Like, what are we going to start building if that happens? What kind of world are we going to start living in if we all start working together like that? And I think a lot of us in this generation understand that, and we see that, and we know we're capable of a lot of good if we work together, and we all have common goals in the long run to help the world. And if I'm right about that, then we can do this. We can really do this. So that's the goal. That's why we grow. That's why I want to grow YKDI. That's why I'm doing this. That's why I know it's going to be a long-term vision, because that's what I actually want to do with my life. That's my purpose. So hopefully I help you guys believe that. Hopefully I earn your respect and I do this right. That's what I want more than anything, guys. Keep me posted on how I'm doing on that and how you guys feel. Demonica says, should we start a hashtag for the Kedians? I would love that, Demonica. I've thought about that same thing. I think we should. Hashtag Kedian, hashtag YKDI, both those hashtags, let's start taking control of those, because on our road to 1,000 Kedians, we're going to need to make sure that we control those hashtags and that those actually start to mean something. I want, when someone says hashtag YKDI or hashtag Kedian, I want there to be like small videos on TikTok and stuff of me actually helping someone, or me telling you that you're loved and respected, and how to build more of that in yourself, and how to build compassion for yourself. If I'm building like quality content and we connect that to hashtag YKDI, hashtag Kedian, and it starts helping people, that would feel so amazing. Like, that's like, you know, the butterflies in your stomach, that's how that feels. If we can start making our name mean something. Leo says, why do you gotta be so inspirational? It's too legendary. I'm glad you feel so, Leo, because, and guys, Leo, if you don't know already, he's our Swedish brother. I've known Leo for 5 years, and I love him to death. And now I know now we're in ARC, and I know he's our quote-unquote nemesis for the series. But there are people in my life like Leo who I believe in to my core. And I feel a lot of mutual respect and love for. And so you guys know how there are like soul mates and there's like soul bonds. And soul bonds are like people that you meet that you just have a very deep connection with, that you understand well, that get you. Leo and I have been soul bonds, I think, for ever since I've known him. We get each other. We have similar comedic taste. We have a similar sense of humor for sure. We have very similar ways of handling people in our lives, similar backgrounds. And we both also really, really believe that we can do anything we put our minds to. And I just love that about Leo, you know? I don't think... There are two people in my life that I honestly believe could do anything that they want and that they'll eventually realize that. Oyster is one of them, and Leo is the other. And I think that anybody is capable of doing anything that they want, but I genuinely believe that Leo and Oyster are going to realize that, if they don't already know at some point, that they can do anything that they want, literally anything they want in the whole world. And then once they actually do realize that, nothing's going to stop them. Nothing will be able to stop them. And for any of you out there who don't believe that about yourself yet, start thinking that way. Start opening your mind. Stop feeling like you're trapped, because the world is big and you were born able to do anything that you wanted, and you still have that ability. Nothing stops you but yourself, and if you give up. So if you feel doubt about that statement, then start thinking truly about it and saying to yourself, I am capable of doing anything. And just tell yourself that every day until you start believing it, and then watch what happens. So, like I said, we have 3 topics today. Let's talk about the first one, your relationships with other people. And here's the reason I'm talking about these topics with you guys. I'm 24. I have a lot of growing to do in my own life, but I've also grown a lot. I've been through a lot more than I'll ever be able to say, I think, in one YouTube video, much less an entire YouTube channel experience. But I can say this. I've had to grow a lot in how I handle relationships in my life, both let's just say all relationships, friend, family, acquaintance, romantic relationships, everything, right? There's a wide variety. And no matter how you define one thing connects all of them. Respect. If you want a good relationship with your partner, if you want a good relationship with your family, if you want a good relationship with your friends, look at how you respect them. And the way that you can do that is start looking at, if they do something to you, do you react on emotion? Or do you think about why they did that? If they hurt you, are you asking yourself how you feel? Or are you asking yourself, why did they do that to me? If you are asking yourself, why did they do that to me? You start asking yourself how they're feeling. That's showing that you have respect for them. And in doing so, you're showing that you have respect for yourself as well, because you're saying, I understand how I'm feeling, and I'm going to choose to hold that back for a little bit and understand why they did what they did before I make an opinion, so that I don't ruin this relationship. So test this when you get angry. There are some emotions that show you are in a state of mind that is lacking respect and kind of equality in your thinking. Envy, if you're jealous, you need to look at yourself. You need to say, why am I jealous? You need to hold that emotion back and look from the outside in and kind of evaluate why you're in that state of mind and how that other person that you're jealous of is actually acting, to make sure that you're in a good, clear state and you're not just setting yourself up for something that'll eventually make you sad that you did. The other emotion that you need to watch out for is anger. Anger is really dangerous. It can be a big motivator, but if you act out of anger, you will eventually regret a lot of the things that you do while in that state. And this is coming from a very personal area, guys. I used to be a very, very angry person when I was a kid. I didn't have the best childhood. My family was very, very poor. I was from a divorced family, and I was subject to abuse for 2 years of my life from an ex-stepfather. And I won't go too much into the details of any of that, but I will say this. As a kid, when you're subjugated to a lot of that kind of stuff, you feel an anger towards the people that caused that. And you do a lot of things unnecessarily to people who didn't deserve it in a way to release that kind of emotion. And it just stifles you. It stifles you as a person. It makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do if you were in a happy state of mind or in a calm state of mind. And I encourage all of you that when you're angry, feel that emotion, but also let it pass through you before you make any serious decisions. If you don't, just know that anything that happens after a decision is made is your responsibility. Everything that happens after you do something, you cause to happen. Okay, and that goes into our third point a little bit. Like I said, we're going to be going in some circles. We're hitting all the points at once because they all tie into each other. You need to take full responsibility of everything that happens in your life. This is the biggest thing that all of us have to do, and it's been told for generations. All right, so let's take, for instance, the book. You guys may have seen it on the channel already in episode 0 of the YKDI SMP series, or maybe you are in the server itself and you have actually seen the Book of the Month room. There is a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Bleep, F-U-C-K kind of, you know. It's a very brutal book as far as the title goes, but let me tell you how good this book is, guys. Ignore the name if you are offended by words and these kind of things. Go take my advice. This book is absolutely brutally honest about a man who has, over the course of his life, discovered that if you live by other people's opinions of you, if you live saying that other people cause your reality, you will never be happy. Matter of fact, you'll be the opposite. If you don't take responsibility for your life, if you don't think that every decision that you've made has caused your predicament, if you don't think we can earn our lifestyle, you're going to be miserable, guys. The worst thing that you can do to yourself is have a victim mentality. Don't be a victim. And if you're the kind of person that says things like this, that's not fair. Why did this happen to me? Why did you get this? Why are you so lucky? If you say stuff like this, start catching yourself, guys. Because what you're doing when you say stuff like that is you're taking away your control. And you're saying that the world is split up into people that are lucky and people that are unlucky. When in reality, it's this. There are people that earn, and there are people that do nothing. People that sit around and think that the world owes them something, and people that go out no matter how difficult it is and just get it. Be the second type of person. The second type of person, everyone who has been successful agrees, is who you have to be. And let me give you examples of why this is. Of course, I gave you this book, The Subtle Art. That is today's generation. Let's go back 2,000 years ago, 2,000 plus years ago, to a Roman emperor and philosopher named Marcus Aurelius. Some of you know this name, but this is for all the people in the audience who don't. He stated many, many times over that you cannot be happy or live a fulfilled life if you are someone who doesn't take control and believes himself responsible for all their actions. He has several quotes out there, and you can look into it. If you Google Marcus Aurelius on taking responsibility, you'll see a lot of quotes about how he believed this very fervently, that if you don't take control, if you don't say everything that happens to me is my fault, then you'll always feel like the world is doing stuff to you instead of saying that you're doing stuff to the world. Start saying that you're doing stuff to the world. Start telling the world what's going to happen. Take control of the situation, and you guys will be amazed how different your life is going to be over time if you do that, and how much happier you're going to be when you do that. Okay? So let me give you some examples of my own life. Obviously, all this that I'm saying is coming from my perspective and my experience. And when I say my experience, I also mean the experience of all the people that I've studied in my life, friends, family, people that are 100 years old in Senegal, Africa, my grandfather in Senegal, people that I've studied, philosophers, Seneca, Aurelius, all throughout my life. Take the advice of humans that have lived before you and humans that have experienced stuff already so that you don't have to make the same mistakes as them. But just think about it. Don't disregard it, but please at least think about it. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. Everyone's going to live their life their own way. But at least don't disregard it as just nonsense, you know? Actually think about it. Start taking control, taking responsibility. And I can say honestly that for a lot of my life, I wasn't taking full control. I had made decisions that did revolve around me feeling like the world wasn't lucky for me. Like, you know, things were happening to me, but I didn't know exactly how to feel about it. I felt like maybe I was kind of an unlucky person. I no longer feel that way like I did when I was a kid. I very much feel like you could choose to be anything. If you want to be president, if you want to run a Fortune 500 company, if you want to be a YouTuber, if you want to be a TikTok star, if you want to be anything in the whole world, what you need to do is you need to honestly believe about that in yourself, and you need to build a motivation to work on it every single day. Every single day. If you do those two things, you will eventually reach your goal, and usually it'll happen fairly quickly, but it depends on how much work and energy you're putting into it every single day. Every single day, guys. So one way that I think about this is, as you guys know, or maybe you don't know, I'm a biological engineer, and so I think about the world in terms of energy, right? Energy is literally everything that we know. It's the first law of thermodynamics, plainly states that energy is neither created or destroyed. We have plants that work off the energy of the sun. Everything that moves in our body works because of energy. Energy is literally, you know, everything. It's how things work. And if that's the case, think about what you accomplish in your life. If you choose to put energy into your dreams, eventually those dreams happen. So if you put energy into thinking about your dreams and accomplishing your dreams every single day, if every day you tell yourself, I will be a congressman, or I will be a successful businesswoman, and you work at it every day, you do a little bit, you don't have to do a lot, but you do it every day, you're putting energy into becoming that thing, and eventually it will happen. Eventually, enough energy will build to where it happens, and everyone will call you an overnight success, quote unquote, or very, very lucky, quote unquote. But in reality, it took a lot of work and a lot of brain power and a lot of thought to get there. And you achieved it by constantly working on your dreams. Hectic Domination says hi. Hi, Hectic. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're working on our first building inside of the Ark Village. We're going to build a chest storage area, and we're also going to be talking about a few things that hopefully bring you guys some value and inspiration today. So what we're doing right now is we're gathering our glass and our spruce, guys, and we're going to build a very, very nice little building over here. Hectic sub to the channel. Thank you so much, Hectic. Guys, if you want to, welcome Hectic as the newest Kedian. And Hectic, we have a TikTok below as well in the description if you want to see us on TikTok and stuff like that as well. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Kedian family. If you guys, what should we call should it be Kedian family or Kedian something else? The Kedian clan? Oh man, the Kedian clan sounds cute. What do you guys think? Can we be a clan? It's up to you guys. And we're just getting started. You know, we have so much that we're going to be building over the coming years together, and it'll be a lot of fun. Lots of fun. It'll be emotional, not gonna lie. We're gonna dig into who we are, who I am, and you know, it's not going to be the Kedian family. Family's cute. That's what it's gonna really be, honestly, guys. If you feel like family and like what that means, it means having deep respect for someone, not giving up, loving them. I think very much so we can expect a Kedian family to emerge over time, because we're going to be working to help build each other up and bring some value to each other. Demonica welcomes Kedian. Leo says, whatever we call it, Hectic just joined the greatest channel on YouTube. Hectic says thanks, and he agrees. Well, I'm glad, guys. Let's do it. Let's get to 1,000. Let's get to 500 and 1,000. That's the purpose of this video, is to just kind of say, hey, we've reached 200. Let's go further. Let's do it. And man, let's just do something for the world, right? Let's actually build something that, if you're gonna get so much brain power together. You know, one of the things that I think the younger generation in America has the most problem with is, look at how much good is in America and how many people we have and what we want to accomplish, and then look at the fact that we're not really doing those things that the world needs right now. I think we can all agree that America needs to work on climate change policies for sure. It needs to start being a better leader. And we need to stop being so pompous and nationalist, and we need to actually start looking at the world as human beings that we're all trying to build together, and not so much as Americans versus other countries. It's very important, I think, and our generation sees it that way, that we need to look at the world as the world and not look at the world as a set of different countries, right? So we have 9 here. We're gonna do a little bit of an art. And Hectic says, I will ask friends to join 1 second. Oh, thank you so much, Hectic. I don't know what to really say. Just hopefully we deserve them, right? If your friends come and they feel happy and they get some joy from this and some value added to their life, that's the goal, right? So hopefully we do that, because guys, and the same thing's going to happen in your life. We are not in control of how other people act or how other people treat us or how other people live their life. We are only in control about what we do and what we say and what we feel and how we react. We hit 205. Thank you so much, Hectic. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I can't wait for us to continue to grow, and we'll see what happens. But don't feel bad, guys, when someone hurts you or is angry towards you or lashes out at you and you feel like you didn't do anything wrong. If you feel like really, really sad when someone dislikes you, remember this. Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. So if someone's hurt, they'll be more inclined to hurt someone else. But if someone's confident and happy with themselves, they're not going to hurt someone else. They're going to be empathetic. They're going to be reasonable. They're going to respect you. So if someone has hurt you in your life, remember that phrase and remember to say to yourself, hey, this person's hurting me because they feel hurt themselves. Why do they feel hurt? And start looking at it that way, guys. Because every one of us is human and we make a decision for a reason. And I guarantee you that that decision isn't just because they're innately evil and just dislike you. And it's because something happened to them and they feel the need to do that. And they're not looking at you for who you really are. They're looking at you from their own glasses, their own vision that's been obscured by their own feelings. And they made a decision on that. But you're not in control of their decision making. Only they are. So be confident in who you are and how you act, and know that you are everything that you chose to be, and that every decision that you make was yours. And if someone didn't like you for that, well, that's fine. That's their choice. But at least you're being honest in yourself. At least you're being you. And you can feel good knowing that you did everything how you felt was right, and that that person just doesn't like you. And that's okay, because not everyone in the world is going to get along. But if you respect them, that will do more in making good relationships with other people than anything else. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we're going to go out a little bit here. So my goal is kind of an oval-shaped opening to this. And so if you can picture this with me, we're going to have a glass and spruce dome opening up into an underground chest storage unit facility with 2 staircases rolling down into an open area where we can access things very easily. It will be well lit and have good access and hopefully some protective features to avoid mobs coming in and ruining anything. Hectic says he also streams, guys. So as a Kedian, if you guys want to support Hectic, if you have a schedule or anything, or want to tell us about your content, I'd love for you to put it in the chat so that everyone can kind of see. But, you know, I encourage you guys to support if that's the kind of information that you guys are interested in. And we'll see how it goes. I said it in the last video, and I'm going to keep saying it. The biggest joy that any of us really get from our life is when we help other people. It's when we add value to others. It's when we have enough respect for someone else being human and going after their dreams that we actually live a fulfilled and happy life. Because look at the people in your life. Now, I'm being honest here, and I'm being real. Look at the people in your life. How many people do you know? How many people do you know who are just on autopilot? This is a very, very serious question, guys. How many people do you know who are on autopilot? Genuinely. How many people do you know who are in school and they're trying to get good grades so they can go into a good college, and they're trying to go to a good college so that they can get a good job, and they're trying to get a good job so that they can have a house with kids and a dog or a cat so that they can just start a family and live in a, very normal, quote unquote, average life and have what everyone calls a good life. Okay. And then how many people do you know between the ages of 18 and 25 who are looking at that life and saying, wait a second, I don't want a job for the next 40 to 60 years of my life doing the same kind of thing. Wait a second, I don't want to work 40 hours a week every week for the rest of my life to make average money. Wait a second, I don't want a normal house in the same place doing the same stuff every day for the rest of my life. Wait a second, I don't want kids. Wait a second, I don't want, how many people between the ages of 18 and 25 do you know who will feel lost? who feel lost. Hope Kemling says, I subscribe. Thank you so much, Hope. Welcome to the YKDI family. We're just talking about different things here while building a storage unit. But if you guys know those people, then wonder to yourself, do you ever feel like you're on autopilot? Do you ever feel like you're living a life that you don't really want to live, but you're just kind of told to live? Like, maybe you don't want to go to college to be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer or any of these things, and yet you are being those things. And we're just going to stop the blood moon for a second. You guys were very nice to me in the last episode about stopping the blood moon so we can build. So we're going to keep that up. And we're just going to keep up our discussion. But if you guys feel like you're on autopilot, don't feel alone. Because everyone in the Western world pretty much feels like that at the moment. Or feels like that at some point in their life. Like, they're not following their dreams, they're following an outline that was made for them. And if that's the case, then start questioning what you want. I want you to start asking yourself, what about my day makes me happy? What vision do I have of the future that makes me happy? Are you owning a bunch of gas stations, or are you running clinics, or are you building businesses? Are you selling a product? Are you a teacher? A lawyer? Are you creating a new service that you provide to people? Are you a YouTuber? Ask yourself what makes you happy, and start asking yourself that every day. Start asking yourself, what about my daily life makes me happy? Start making lists about what you enjoy. Start testing, start doing things. Leo says this is the most positive stream chat I've ever seen. I hope so, guys. I really hope so. Because Kedian, YKDI, this isn't going to be the normal YouTube. Alright? It's not. There's too much of the normal out there already. Why would we be the normal? Why would you be the normal? Let's go beyond that. Let's honestly go beyond that. Because, you know, most people, if you look at philosophers throughout the ages, let's look at everyone who's ever done anything great. Okay? Look at everyone in history. Imagine your name being remembered for hundreds or even thousands of years. Imagine someone like that. Fuzzy said, hey there. Oh my god, Fuzzy. Guys, Fuzzy is an old friend to the YouTube. We're talking 4 years. He's YKDI before YKDI existed. He's K-Swish before I knew who I was. Welcome back, Fuzzy. How are you doing? It's been a long time. Guys, ask yourself every day what makes you happy. Because if you start asking yourself what makes you happy every day, one day you're going to find out what that is. And then when you find out what that is, never give up. Never, ever give up. People will tell you anything. People will say anything to you guys, okay? They will tell you you should give up. They will tell you it's a bad idea. They will tell you you're going to fail. They will tell you you're going to lose. They will tell you you stink. Listen to yourselves. Please, please listen to yourselves. If you let the world tell you how to live your life, you're going to be the normal. You'll never do anything exceptional. The normal teach the normal. The average teach the average. Nobody has the golden ticket to success. If they did, everyone would do it. Everybody would do the amazing, the entertaining. They'd be remembered forever. Don't listen to everybody. Listen to yourself. If you give up because of how other people made you feel, that is the only time you fail. That is the only time you actually fail, is when you give up. If you never give up, it's going to be harder. It's not going to be easy. The road to being exceptional and happy is not easy, guys. It's not content. It's a choice every day. Every single day you're going to make a decision that you're going to do what you want and what you love, and you're going to be happy doing it. And there are going to be days that you really don't want to do that. There are going to be days where everybody in the world tells you you're doing something wrong. Hope says, this is making me cry because I'm not okay and I'm trying to be okay. I try not to cry. I try to live my life, but I can't listen to myself. You're making me feel a lot better. Hope, I've been in your position. I think we all go through what you're going through, Hope. And people, they'll tell you how to live your life. They'll tell you, oh, you shouldn't have done that. Oh, you shouldn't be with this person. Oh, you can't make that happen. You can't do that. You know how hard that is? Guys, don't listen to those things. Please don't listen to those things. Nobody knows how to make your life a success. Only you know how to make your life a success. Only you know what you want. So if you're feeling like you don't have control, like you're not making your own decisions, like someone else is making them for you, start thinking about that. Start thinking about how, wait a second, I'm my own person. I have my own thoughts. I have my own dreams. Everybody only cares truly for themselves deep, deep down. You will be the person that cares about you the most. Okay? Nobody on this planet will care about you more than you care about yourself. And if that's the case, make sure you care about yourself a lot, because anyone else will care about you less than you care about yourself, because they have to care about themselves. They have to care about what they do. It's not a bad thing to care about you. It's not selfish to care about you, guys. It's important to care about yourself. Listen to yourself. Talk to yourself. Feel what makes you happy. Feel what gives you life. Because if you don't, no one else will do that for you. And you're going to be lost for a long, long time until you do. Guys, I'm a life coach. I've talked to people who are in their late 50s, in their early 60s, who get into tears crying because they don't know who they are, what they want. Imagine being on this planet for 60 years, guys, and feeling that lost feeling. Don't let yourself be that. And the only way you cannot be that is if you do the difficult thing and think about what you want. It's really easy to sit around and watch Netflix, turn that TV on, and turn your brain off. I know it is. 15 minutes a day, guys. Start with that. Meditate. Meditate, or just sit out in nature even. And start asking yourself questions. Am I happy? Do I have what I want? Am I doing what I want? It's painful and it's hard. I know for some of you it's going to be really, really, really hard because you've not done that for so long. But when you start doing that, I promise you, you're going to be so, so, so much happier. I promise you, you will be. Guys, I have spent months in a third world country in the middle of the desert, living in a thatch roof hut in Senegal, Africa. During the day, it would get to 120 degrees Fahrenheit. 120 degrees Fahrenheit, guys. People would die if they stayed out in that heat for too long. You had to run at 2 to 3 in the afternoon to shade, either underneath the baobab tree or the mango tree or into your hut. And when you're underneath that tree or in your hut or underneath the shade structure, you sit with your family or your friends or your neighbors or the people in the village, and you talk about life, about happiness, about the world around you. This is how people around the world live. And this is how people who live in a really difficult situation live. I lived in the bush of the bush, is what my mom called it there, my host mother, in a little village called Coara Projet. And the people that I met there are wiser than you guys can imagine. And it's because every day they sat under that baobab tree or that mango tree while it was scorching hot out. And they would sit there and they would think about life. They would think about themselves. They would think about their family. They would think about what they want. When I tell you I seldom met a sad person in that country, I mean it. I legitimately mean it. There are many, many people there who are happy, especially when they get older, 60, 70 years old. They're laughing, they're having a good time, they're drinking a taya with the family. And it's a really, really, really poor country, guys. Okay, we're talking no electricity, no running water. You have to go to the well. It's hard work. You have to wash your clothes by hand. You have to, there's no toilet paper. There's no toilets. There's, it's difficult. Okay, most of us in the Western world, most of you that watch this video don't know what that life is like. And yet they're happier than most of the Americans that I meet who are the same age here. They're happier than most of the people from the Western world that I meet here who also reach 60, 70 years old. It's pretty interesting, right? Why would that be the case? Start spending time with yourself. Stop ignoring yourself. Before you go to bed, don't hop on your phone. When you get home, don't turn on Netflix. Give yourself some time because you're a cool person and you need to spend time with yourself and ask yourself what you want. Every person on the planet, every human being is born with one thing. One thing. Time. We have a set amount of time to live our lives. We have a set amount of time to live who we're going to be. We don't know how much time that is. All of us have a different amount of time, but that's the only thing that you're born with. A set amount of time. So if that's the case, use that time wisely. Make sure that you're growing as a person. Make sure that you're thinking about yourself. Make sure that you're starting to question what makes you happy. Give yourself that, guys. No one else will give it to you but yourself. So give yourself that. Give yourself respect. Stop telling yourself, oh, I'm too fat, I'm too stupid, I can't do anything, I can't do this, I'm not good enough. Stop telling yourself that, please. Really, really stop yourself when you hear that and start writing down what makes you good. Start writing down what you like about yourself. Find the stuff that you like about yourself, and every day find more. Okay? We all are born with gifts, it's true. But we also all have the ability to become anything that we want. And you need to understand that. You need to believe that. Truly. Truly. You got to start being compassionate to yourself. You got to start liking yourself. If you guys want to be happy, that's the only way. That's really the key. Loving yourself. And if you can't do it right now this second while watching this, that's okay. There's a reason that this is a series. And I'm not saying I've done that. Please know that I'm not talking down to you guys. I'm doing this with you. I'm 24. I've been through a lot, but I haven't been through everything, of course. I'm going to learn with you guys. I'm going to be doing this with you guys. I don't love myself every day. I should, but I don't yet. I hate a lot about different aspects of me, but I'm learning to love them. It's called accepting your shadow in psychology. Learn to accept your shadow, guys. Accept those things that you don't like about yourself. Don't say that they're awful and try and get rid of them. Accept that they're part of you and that that's okay. And then focus on the good parts that you really like and building those up. But we all have good and bad in us, quote unquote. Whatever that means as far as what good and bad are is different for each person. But we all get to choose what we focus on. But if you accept that you have that negative in you, then you'll never be disappointed in yourself. You'll never say, why am I this way? You'll never have to say that because you'll be like, I'm me. I'm Brandon Canwisher. I'm K-Swish. And that's okay. I made a decision, and at least I did it with thought and respect. And I didn't just do it because someone told me to do it. Fuzzy says, I can't tell if this is Minecraft music or hand-picked, but it works so well with your speech. Really nice atmosphere. This is YouTube music that I thought would be calm and inspirational and would go with what we're building. We're building something like nobody's ever seen, guys. YKDI stands for You Can Do It. When I say you, I mean you. You watching this video right now, taking the time to work on yourself when you could be watching something else. Okay? You can do what you want to do. That's why I named my company this. YKDI. That's what this SMP is about. Okay? Over time, we're going to tell a lot of people that they can do it until they believe it. So this music, this atmosphere, this world that we're living in, this series that I'm building, it's so that we accomplish that goal. I hope it makes you feel empowered. I hope it makes you feel good. I hope it's a pleasant atmosphere. I hope we build a beautiful world, and I hope that that is in Minecraft and in the real world, because that's the goal. We're going to build beautiful worlds. We're going to finally get you guys thinking about who you want to be and not what other people want you to be. Okay? Because let me tell you something. 98% of people are not going to do the difficult thing in order to grow. Think about that. Only 2 out of 100 people are going to do what they need to do to grow. Only 2 out of 100 people are not going to be the majority, and they're going to actually have a fulfilled, happy, and prosperous life. So make a decision today and every day for the rest of your life. Are you going to be like everybody else, or are you going to be yourself? It's difficult. It's really hard. Okay? I would say 2% of people who watch my content are ultimately going to become Kedians, because they won't agree with all of this. They're going to say it's too difficult to spend time with myself. It's too difficult to tell everyone in my life no. They're going to be exactly what I said earlier. They're going to be victims. and say that the world makes their life hard and not that they make their life hard, and they're going to give up on themselves. It's really difficult, but it's the reality. And people like Mark Twain knew it. People like Benjamin Franklin knew it. People all the way back to Julius Caesar, Marcus Aurelius knew it. The majority of people don't know how to be happy or successful. And that's why they warn you against being with the majority. They warn you to be unique. They warn you to think uniquely and truly yourself, and they warn you to not give up on yourself. Think about Einstein, or go back in American history to people like Thomas Edison, Nikola Tesla. Go back even further. Go back to the conquistadors. What if you lived in a world like in the 1400s, where everyone said the earth is flat and there's nothing besides Europe, Asia, Africa, and the like? Imagine thinking that the world was that small and there's no more world because everyone believed that. Because some people didn't. Some people had no reason to believe that there was more of the world out there to see, because everyone ever in their entire lives taught them that that wasn't the case, and they still believed it, and they got in a boat and they found America. Okay? The majority of people, if you listen to the majority, they will tell you what they best believe, but you have to believe in yourself if you ever want to do anything great. And I'm not saying it's always going to be some grand, amazing thing that will make you remembered through history, but I am saying that it will make you happy if you believe in yourself and you go after those things, and that it is the only way to be great. Okay? That's the difference. It's not guaranteed greatness, but it's the only way you can get it, because you will never get it if you believe like everybody else does, if you think about everything like everyone else does, if you make your decisions like everyone else does. You will never be great or exceptional or amazing if you take that route. But if you try to follow your own heart and what you want, you can achieve that. And it's the only way that that is achievable, is believing in yourself. Because I can tell you this for a certainty, it doesn't matter what route you take to success, no matter what you want to do, you can pick anything. Someone sometime in your life is going to tell you that's too difficult for you, or you're not capable of doing it, or you stink, or you're terrible. Someone somewhere is going to criticize you and hate on you, and they're going to tear into you, because that's what someone did to them. And like I said earlier, hurt people hurt people. Hurt people will go out and hurt other people. So expect it. Someone at some time in your life is going to tell you you can't do something. And that's okay. No need to hate on them for that. Just believe in yourself. And tell yourself, yeah, this person doesn't believe in me, but that's okay. Because I know I'm going to do it. And then keep working at it. And if you guys still don't believe that, trust me, we're going to go over this for a long, long time in the channel and in the series. Watch us grow. Okay? Watch the Kedians. Because I can't tell you how many people have told me and will continue to tell me that we're not going to succeed. Right? Watch us. Watch how many people are going to say, YKDI, the Kedians, what, the 200 subs? What are they going to be? They'll never reach 1 million. Guys, give me some time. Okay? If we work at this every day for years, how much you want to bet we're going to succeed? Watch this video back in the coming years. Watch how much the Kedians grow. And then tell me that we're not going to be able to do it again and again and again. Tell me that you won't be able to do what you want. Okay? That's really the purpose. There's not enough content out there that teaches you to believe in yourself and to work on yourself. That's why YKDI is out there. Leo has it exactly right in the chat. We can do it, and no, we will do it. Tell me in the chat if you guys have ever read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Give me a thumbs up in the video, a like on the video, or a comment if you're not shy about Think and Grow Rich. It's been around for a long, long time. Some of you might be looking it up on Amazon right now or on Wikipedia. And it's a book that I encourage all of you who are watching this to read at some point in your life. Napoleon Hill spent decades of his early life researching and interviewing amazing people in history. So this is the early 1900s. We're talking about people like Henry Ford, creator of the assembly line and the Ford Motor Company. We're talking about people like the Carnegies and the vast majority of successful Americans in the 20th century. What Napoleon Hill did is he outlined all of their similarities and their way of thinking, and then talked about why they were successful, and then named the book Think and Grow Rich. Fuzzy says this Discord server invite is invalid. Could you get a link, Leo, so I don't disturb K-Switch's stream? Yes, so let's get a new link if we can, Leo, for the Discord. Think and Grow Rich will teach you not how to be money rich necessarily, although it can help you become that. It will teach you how to be rich in life. How to be happy being yourself, doing whatever you want to do. And you can do everything. You can do anything you want and be happy. Whatever makes you happy is what makes you happy. So he tells you how you can do any of that and be happy and successful doing it. In the book, he outlines how people get everything that they could want. How these people actually, like take Henry Ford for example, went from nothing to everything that they earned. What it came down to in Think and Grow Rich is a mindset. Your success will be determined by you and how you think of yourself. And if you want to grow to be quote-unquote rich, rich in life, rich in what you do, then you have to tell yourself every day what you're going to do and work at it every day until it happens. Because there's no such thing as an overnight success. There's no such thing as someone just getting everything that they want and not putting the effort in. It comes from dedication and consistent work. If you have dedication in your thought and saying that you're going to be successful, and if you have dedication in your work and the work that you're putting into that dream, that goal, then you're going to succeed. That's what Napoleon Hill says. Napoleon Hill, I believe, wrote that book in the 50s, maybe even earlier. Could have been 40s, 1940s. Since then, now I encourage you guys to take famous entrepreneurs, famous successful people in your life, and look up their favorite book list. Look up the sharks on Shark Tank or something. I bet if you try and find Think and Grow Rich, you'll probably find it. And if not, you'll find books that, if you look into them, were inspired by Think and Grow Rich. Because since that time, Napoleon Hill has told us this is what all of these successful people have done, and here's exactly how you can do it yourself. And a lot of successful people in the world have now done it. I've read that book 2 times over already in my life over the past couple of years. I'll probably read it 24 times in my entire life. Do yourself the favor of reading and gaining knowledge to make a decision if you agree with it or not. Because even if you don't agree with what he says, at least you tried to make yourself better. At least you didn't just give up on yourself. For those of you that join our Keaton and the Keatians and the journey and watch this video, take note of how many people watch this video and don't do anything. Take note of how many people will watch this video and click out of it. Take note of how many people will come into the stream and leave it. Take note of how many people will not like this or really watch any more content. That's because most people ignore this stuff. That's why most people live a normal suburban life, middle class life, lower class life, because they do the easy thing, which is to ignore what they need. Why take time to sit here and think about their future when they could just turn on some goofy comedy and laugh at it for the 80th time in their life? Why would they sit here and meditate and start thinking about what they want for the first time when they could just watch the same series on Netflix for the 10th time in their life, altogether wasting hundreds of hours of their life that they only get to live once? Take note, guys, because it's going to happen. And it's not just this YouTube channel. It's everything in life. It's easier to go get the fast food than to make a healthy meal for yourself. It's easier to sit on a couch than to work out and give your body what it needs. It's easier to ignore what you need for mental health than it is to sit there and cry and actually figure out if you're happy or not. There's a lot of choices that you make, that we all make every day, that have an easy and a hard answer. Start choosing the hard answer once in a while, and it'll change your life. You already know that to be true with working out. Don't you think it's also true with your emotions and your spiritual health? Of course. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be? Guys, I learned this all the hard way. I've made a lot of mistakes with people, with choosing to wallow in sadness instead of working to be happy, with going to college for a degree that I actually didn't really want. It's just because I was told to go to college. I've made a lot of mistakes. Don't make the same mistakes that I did, please. Learn from mine and save yourself some time. And if you're watching this now, or if you're watching this a week from now, 2 years from now, it doesn't matter. The same principles are true then as they are now, and as they were when Napoleon Hill was alive. Now we have Leo on the server, so we gotta get Leo to sleep. Sleep, Leo. And this video isn't to call anyone out. This video is for you to start questioning and waking up kind of yourself. You know, turning off that autopilot a bit. It's not easy. I'm sure in the lifetime of this video and this series, we're going to have a lot of comments of people who are like, oh, this is nonsense. They're going to be angry. And I'm going to talk through them. You're going to get hate. You're going to have people that are like that. But they're just scared. No one would waste their time knocking someone else down if they didn't feel scared and hurt in some way themselves. And so when those people take that time to, do those things, we'll just address them as they come. But expect them to happen. Absolutely. Because we're calling it the minority for a reason. Most people are just going to do the easy stuff, guys. It's really, really easy to ignore and not do anything. So, just gotta believe what we believe in. So I know that got really emotional for a bit. I hope it helped, honestly. And, here's the big thing. Here's how this series is gonna change over time. We're going to get to the point where we do have 1,000 Kedians. Okay? When that happens, we're going to start getting questions. Someone's going to tell us about what's happening in their life. And we're going to help them figure it out a bit. Because most people don't get genuine help. Most people get advice that is not for them. It's just what the other person believes, and they're not thinking about what the other person is or what they may want in life or any of that. So our goal is to actually give someone genuine help, to learn more about them, and to answer questions as genuinely as possible, just to give them a second opinion. So we're going to have things in the future, probably podcasts. There's like a 95% chance we're going to have a podcast. And things of the like, to answer questions from you guys, from the Kedians. And then if we build up a base big enough, we're going to be able to start tackling some real issues. Some serious issues. We're going to start being able to say, hey, look, there's climate change. The world is changing rapidly. We have issues all over. Coral reefs are dying very, 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 very fast. Oceans are rising. Glaciers are melting. What are we going to do? Right? Because we got to fix it. We're going to be able to look at stuff like plastic pollution. Everything around you. Look at the things around you right now while you're watching this. Tell me how much plastic you see. On your mouse, on your laptop, on your TV, on your monitor, on your keyboard, everything. Everything. Your cups, your chair. Think about it all. Okay, now think about the fact that most of those plastics will never ever go away. And some of them will go away, but it'll take thousands of years. Okay? Now think about what that's doing currently to animals and ourselves, as even we have microplastics inside our body right now, because they're very, very minuscule, tiny, tiny plastics that we cannot filter out of the water that we're drinking, or the food that we're eating for that matter. So we have these issues, right? And we're producing more and more of these problems as the population's growing, as the need for it is rising. We all know it. We can't ignore it. It's there. It's there. And most of our generation realizes that if we can start tackling that, that's the real value in YKDI. That's when YKDI becomes WKDI, and the you can do it becomes we can do it. And actually changing the world goes beyond ourselves. But changing the world starts with yourself. It's way easier to change yourself than it is to change everybody else. So I encourage you, if you believe that you're currently saying other people should change, to stop telling yourself that and start saying for a few days, I could change. And stop saying other people need to change before you can be happy, because people aren't going to change for you. You can't make other people change, guys. They have to make the decision themselves. They decide themselves if they're going to change or not, and they won't choose it to make you happy. You have to learn to overcome what hurts you and what makes you sad, because otherwise your happiness is in control of the other person. And they are going to quickly tell you that they don't care and they're going to do what they want anyway. And then you're left miserable. So start taking control and saying, I'm not going to change the world, I'm going to change myself. I'm going to ignore the person who tears into me. I'm going to do what I want anyway and build what I want anyway. And if I fail, and that's okay. Because failure isn't anything to worry about. Failure is learning. So if I fail and I don't care what other people think about me because I'm just being myself, then who cares? I just grew as a person and now I'm better. I just fell off my bike and decided to get back on, and now I know how to ride a bike. You're probably taught, if you grew up in the Western world, in Europe, in America, in Australia, that failing is bad. Don't fail that test or you're going to be grounded. Don't get a bad grade in a subject because you won't get into a good school or get a good job. Failing doesn't mean you lost. Failing means you tried and didn't win yet. Failing is a good thing. And I know you guys probably have heard that before. How many of you have heard that before in your life and kind of rolled your eyes at it? Well, you really got to start believing it. The minute you start actually not fearing failure, when you start saying, hey, I'm going to fail, and that's okay, because you tried, that's when you're going to start seeing massive success in your life. Imagine all the people who wouldn't have accomplished anything that we have in the real world now if they just gave up when they failed. Thomas Edison failed almost 10,000 times on the light bulb before he got it right. Looks like Fuzzy joined YKDI. Welcome to the actual server, Fuzzy. It's good to have you on. But imagine all the things, guys, that we just wouldn't have if people gave up. That could be something that you do in your lifetime. Imagine how many things in your life you will miss if you just give up. If you genuinely find out that you love something and you feel like you're less happy with them in your life, and you know that you have made mistakes in that relationship, then don't give up. Hold love for them and be there for them and respect them. The person that you don't give up on is the person that you're going to be married to for your whole life. Because the only marriage that's going to work is the one that you actually devote yourself to and give yourself to in its fullest. That's the only one that's going to last 60 to 80 years, guys. Let's be honest. It's impossible otherwise. So, if you know that's the case, then eventually you're going to be in a position where you will have to say, do I give up on this person or do I stand by them? And you'll make that decision. Either you're going to fail or you're going to succeed. But you only truly fail the knowledge that you actually failed, that definition of failure that's in our mind, if you give up. It's when you give up on a person that you fail, guys. It's when you give up on a subject that you fail at it. It's when you give up at a dream that you fail at it. I know I say these things, and some of them may seem repetitive, but I'm also learning how to be a commentator, and I'm learning how to play this game while also talking to you. I'm learning also how to just be myself and keep it entertaining for you guys. Also, these are very, very heavy topics that I hope bring a lot of value to you. And I don't want them to just be words that flutter out of your life immediately when this is all said and done. I want them to be words that stick in your head, that make you think, and hopefully add some change, something. So thank you guys, for those of you that are watching now or in the future, in deciding that I'm worth it, that I'm worth the time, that you are gaining something of value from this stuff, and that you do agree with me, and that we are going to go far, and that we're going to have a beautiful little YKDI server, and we're going to have a beautiful community and beautiful series, and that I am going to work really hard for you, because I am, and I will. And it means a lot that you believe that now, so early on. So, thank you, each of you. I will get better. I will be better at commentating and hopefully better at everything for you guys. For all of us, for all of us that have created content before, we know that there are always better content creators out there. We're just trying to be the best version of us that we can be. And that comes with practice and learning from your mistakes. As time goes on, I will keep learning how to be better and better for you guys and learning from my own mistakes. And hopefully that'll mean something to each of you. Hopefully that'll make you happy and feel like you have someone who listens, and that this could actually be a community where you get stuff done because the person genuinely is just trying to better themselves. Demonica says we're going to hit 210 by the end of the stream. If we can hit 210, I will be endlessly thankful, because this stream has just been a collection of my genuine thoughts on the world and what we can build in YKDI. It's been nothing but the honest truth, just like all of my content will be, and it means a lot that so many people support that. And we're gonna keep building. All right? It doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter how much effort it takes, because I can tell you guys right now, when I get off this stream, I'm going to immediately be editing TikToks for the YKDI channel. And when I get done with TikToks, I'm gonna immediately be on Twitter, trying to get word out to other streamers, trying to build collaborations with other people to build YKDI. And I'm gonna keep doing that until I fall asleep at like 2 in the morning my time and call the day done. And then I'm gonna wake up very early tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning probably actually, and start doing it again. And that's because I am willing to do everything I need to for us to succeed. And I know that that's more than likely going to take years. And that's okay. Because I now understand, and I didn't earlier in my life. And I know some of you still don't believe it for yourselves. You can't give up. If you make the decision that you actually are going to do something and want something, you can't give up. So hold me to it. Here it is, guys. We're going to hit 500 subscribers. We're going to hit 1,000 subscribers. We're going to hit 10,000 subscribers and 100,000 subscribers. And I'm not going to give up. We're just going to do it. Okay, we have other people on the server now, so we can't sleep. But hold me to that, guys. When the weeks and the months pass and the years pass, hold me to the fact that I said we can reach 100,000 Kedians. And say, hey, woo, that was scary. And say, hey, you didn't give up. And I won't give up on myself either. That's what I just want it to be a symbol. I just want it to be a symbol, guys. I want you to actually believe in yourselves, please. And I want you to look at this at YKDI and say, K-Swish had no reason to succeed. How many people, never knew anything about him? How many people never found his content? How many people didn't watch and listen to his content, or all of these things that will happen? And then say, and he succeeded anyway, so I should do that too. I should not give up on myself and see what happens. I really hope it happens for you guys, because that's what happened to me. I met people and watched people who never gave up on themselves and found success. And then I found some of the things that I wanted in my life and started to succeed at things that were bringing genuine happiness. I started to succeed in my relationships with people. I started to succeed in being happier. I started to succeed in figuring out what I wanted out of my life and doing the small things to make them happen. I also found out that I actually really enjoy YouTube and having a community. And that, yeah, I've been doing off and on YouTube since I was 11 years old, 12 years old. And I'm 24 now, so that's 12, 13 years. And that there's a reason that I kept coming back to it. And that reason has to do with how much I believe in people. Oh my God, the skeleton though. Okay. Ooh, we gotta dodge and weave. Bob and weave. And that's why I'm back at it, because I think that we're going to be actually able to help people, and I really, really want to do that with my life. I won't be able to feel fulfilled in my life if I don't help people with mine. I've learned that about myself in the past 2 years. And that's why I'm doing this. I won't be able to help everybody. Not everybody wants help. But someone out there will find value in the things that we do and the things that I say. That's why I'm doing this. For those people. Because whatever you want is what you're going to get out of this. If you don't want happiness, if you don't want to listen to me, if you don't want anything from this, then you're not going to get anything from it. You've already decided. But if you choose that you're going to take something from this and learn from it and better certain aspects of your life and work on yourself and work on this community, then that's what you're going to get. If you're watching this, do this exercise with me. Stop for a second. Do this exercise with me. Close your eyes. Open them up again. Look around your room. Give a good 180. I want you to look at all the colors and everything. Look at what's going on. Close your eyes one more time for me. And now tell me what things in your room were red. Open your eyes. Look around for me again. Close them. Tell me what things around your room were green. If you already have in your mind a picture of what you're looking for, you're going to isolate those things. And when someone asks you to tell them those things, you'll only see the red. You'll only see the green. If I told you to look for everything blue in your room right now, and then you closed your eyes and I told you what in your room is green, you wouldn't be able to tell me because you were looking for the blue. If you do that same thing with life, and you look around your life and you're looking for the bad, that's all you'll ever find. But if you're looking for the good, you'll find that. So let me make a correction to that exercise we just did. If you do this with someone else, tell that person, look around, give me 180 degrees, and tell me everything that's yellow. Look at everything yellow in the room around you. And then tell them to close their eyes and ask them, okay, what is black in that room? And they're going to have a really hard time telling you to answer that because you told them to look for yellow, and that's what they were looking for. Same thing goes with happiness. Same thing goes for happiness. If you tell someone to look for the happiness in their life, and they actually do, they're going to find it. But if they only want to look for bad, that's all they're going to see. So, bear with me, guys, because just like that correction in that exercise that I just made, we're going to have to make corrections as we go because I'm multitasking. And I'm also learning how to do this. This is my 9th stream on the channel. And this is, I don't know, my 10th video maybe? 14th, no, not 10th video. My 14th, 15th video maybe? I'm still learning how to commentate. I'm still learning how to put my mind in two places and to do all this. So I will make mistakes. It will happen. I will get grilled on it, and I will try my best to correct them. I'm really, really happy that Fuzzy joined the server. If any of you are watching and didn't already know, in the top left corner there is the server address to YKDI. I encourage any of you to join and deal with some of the difficulties in this server with us. It does have many plugins like the Blood Moon, like MCMMO, like Extra Hard Mode that do make things a bit more challenging, but hopefully keep up the fun. And that's exactly what we're going for. With the group of you that are watching right now, I'm sure you oscillate between a couple things that you're doing. But if you could answer me on this, what do you want to see from YKDI, and why are you watching or subscribed if you are? What will actually make you happy to see come from all of this that we end up building and doing? What do you want from me? So hopefully we get at least one answer on that, as I genuinely want to know. And if you guys are watching in the future, comment for me, because I will more than likely see it at some point. And in case you guys are wondering, I don't know if this is the case for every content creator, but everything that you type, whether that's in stream or in a comment on a future video, it means a whole lot. It really does mean a whole lot, because I know that you don't have to spend time doing something like that, and you did anyway, to give feedback, good or bad. That's really valuable. That really means a whole lot. So, thank you. All right, the reason we're cutting out these little patches is we're trying to get to the wall. What this is going to be is overall a chest area, chest storage unit, and that's kind of what we're going for. So as we're talking about all these things and we're hitting these topics, we're also building this, and this is kind of the vision we're going for. So alongside everything that we've been doing, let's take a look at what I've actually been building in the meantime. This hole will have a set of chests around it in different spaces. I don't quite know the orientation we're going to do yet, but we're going to elevate the top of this into a semi-dome with this oval figure, this oval outline, and build in it a really nice spruce and glass structure, and then hopefully a well-organized chest area, because we are in desperate need for organization. If we're going to build some significant, beautiful builds on this series, then I'm going to need to have a good storage area so that we can collect our supplies. Fuzzy says, not sure what I'm looking for. I was just happy to be reunited. I am too, Fuzzy, and actually, let's talk about Fuzzy a little bit. Since we're gonna have definitely Kedians that I highlight. We've talked about Demonica at the beginning of the stream. She's absolutely amazing. We've talked about Leo. Let's talk about Fuzzy. Fuzzy, guys, has animations on their channel, which has, I believe, a little bit over 1,000 subscribers. And they are short animations that they've been working on, and I highly recommend you guys go and support Fuzzy. Fuzzy was a huge supporter of my work and my effort, 3-4 years ago, Fuzzy? And I can't say thank you enough for that, because during that period of my life, I just had no idea what I was going to do with the YouTube presence or videos, and Fuzzy really supported me. Very, very early subscriber to this channel. So, thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Seriously, Fuzzy, thank you. Because when I get a chance to see you guys and actually hear from you guys, I really am thankful. I just don't know when I'm going to see, if I'm going to see every single person. I'm going to try to. I'm going to try and be there for as many Kedians as I can be. So, special thanks to Fuzzy for sure. So, Fuzzy says, yeah, about 4, I think, as far as the animations, or no, as far as the years that he's been supporting the channel. So, yes, it has been a good amount of time. It was a long time ago. I was a very different person 4 years ago, in 2016. I was very, very lost, guys. And some of you out there may relate to that feeling right now. So Fuzzy said that they're 18 years old. Fuzzy, the period from 18 to your mid-20s, there are a lot of ups and downs for sure. And if any of you are out there feeling, you know, a little bit lost during that time period, definitely understand that. Definitely do. in 2016, when I first started the Wish I Was Crafty, this channel, it was immediately after my first serious relationship breakup. I was with this woman for 3 years. Leo says he was 14 back then. Yes, and I was 19? Yeah, I was 19. So I had just broken up with the girl that I was dating for 3 years at that time. And I was very, very, very lost. And YouTube really helped me find a piece of me that I needed back then. So that's actually how I first got into YouTube. It gave me a very fulfilled sense during a period of time where I couldn't grasp anything and feel like it was what I actually wanted. It just all felt like someone else had taught me who to be. So after that, I had quite a few experiences. I have traveled to several more countries and dated other people, and I have learned all along through the way a lot. The person I was when I first started this channel, before it was YKDI, is so different than who I am today. I'm so much happier today. Fuzzy died. Was shot by arrow during a blood moon. Fuzzy, if you die during a blood moon, you lose everything. Oh, goodness. So we're digging down. We're building kind of a safe haven because so far on this, since we've been in Ark, we haven't needed to hide during a blood moon, but we're going to hide now. Hopefully we can be safe. Leo says if you die during a blood moon, your stuff is removed forever. It's gone. Yeah, blood moons are really, really difficult. So, now that they're happening, we're just going to build some safe areas around Ark. What I would like is safe bunkers that all connect to each other. Oh man, thank you guys so much for this live stream. Honestly. You know, there's a lot that's going to get better as we go. I'm going to get better. I'm going to grow and continue to learn and hopefully share those things with you guys. But also, it just feels really good to get the positive feedback that we've been getting. You know, we've grown 20 subscribers in the past 20 days. I am really, really happy about that number. You know, when I say that and we compare it to other YouTubers, you can have whatever feeling you choose. You can say, oh, I'm not working as much as someone else, or whatever you want. 20 people decided that they wanted to become Kedians who did not know YKDI existed 20 days ago. Who did not know I existed 20 days ago. So that means a whole lot. So thank you. Thank you guys for watching this. Thank you guys for enjoying the series, helping us build. We're going to keep building this dome chess shop. Tell me what you guys think. As we do builds in Ark, do you want them all to be on the live stream? Do you want me to condense them into a build video where we do a 5-minute build video or something? Do you want it to be in TikToks? What would you guys like? And then also, let me say that this has been the most rewarding stream so far I've done, because it's helping me learn how to do one-on-one chats with you guys and have our heart-to-hearts, while also learning how to play this game, play this server, talk to my audience. Not every live stream will be like this. Not every video will be the same. But these occasional ones really help me because people aren't used to talking to a microphone for 2 hours, and I just feel really good. I feel like I'm growing. Whether it was good or bad, I mean, I'm sure there were a lot of parts where it was just like, you know, a lot. It was a lot because I'm trying to do 2 things at once. So, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Leo left because the blood moon is too much. I don't want you guys to have to deal with the blood moon or me sitting in a little bunker. And we've also reached that 2-hour mark. So thank each of you who came into the server. Leo says it's 1 a.m. there. It's 6 o'clock here. Thank you guys so much for the support. 200 Kedians, guys. 200 Kedians. Let's go to 1,000. Let's go to 1,000. Thank you to Demonica. Thank you to Fuzzy so much for joining the stream and the server and everything that you've done. Thank you so much to everyone who popped in and everyone who in the future watches this content. My name is K-Swish. Can't wait to get to know more about you guys and as you learn about me and, to grow with you. Much love, and I will talk to you later. Bye.